But something's wrong with it anyway. Like I told the guy, it's water cooled to start with. Air over water. And so that's part of our water bill right there, is that water cooled business it's evaporating, it's gone. And
if anybody's ever gone by there, and be what side of the building is that on? South side. You see the steam coming out from the front corner of the building. That's what's going. That's money going into the air, basically.
Yeah, and this is why the water bill has jumped. One of the big reasons it's jumped so much. The ice making is still the same. Well, we got to have a little more ice because of the tubes on the floor rather than in the floor. We've talked with, who was it that we talked with? On Rutzler, on the putting cement on. He figured 2 to 3 inches for 50,000, was it at the time? But at least that way, we wouldn't be rolling this up every spring and unrolling it again. The boards get raised and lowered on one side every year to slide that underneath, and then raised again to pull it out. The boards are starting to fall apart because of this. They're 1972 vintage, the same as everything else. This new compressor is still the same vintage as the old one was that got taken out. And half the compressor. It was bought on sight unseen, which I wasn't on the board at the time. I managed the place for 18 years, and since I retired, I've helped as much as I can, but as far as the actual management, it's only been, or the board, it's been the last, well, I've got one more year probably, so it'd be 5 years, I guess.
No, you're not retiring from the board.
Huh? But it needs to be in cement. But there again, it'd be cost, not only the 50,000, but you also got, it wouldn't pay to put old plastic tubes in new cement, I don't think, because you'd probably end up digging them up right away.
So that's one of the projects that we're going to look into and get costs and see what we can come up with. Just for a few of you that don't know the system, right now we've got, what, 2.5, 3 inches of ice?
Yeah,
in most places.
You got to get almost an inch and a half.
If it was in the floor, if it was in the floor like it used to be, you'd have a 1/2 inch ice. Okay? It's a big area to cover with water to form that much ice. A lot of time, and that's why you can't have summer ice, because the system won't keep going. It won't sustain ice when it's 70 degrees outside, where in the floor with the 1/2 inch does. Why, I don't know. It just does.
Well, the more ice there is, the more electricity it takes to cool. You know.
So it is an expensive system compared to the old system in operation. So we're looking to try to get back to that system with less operating costs is one of our goals. If it's affordable. That's the thing, key for everything. But
and part of that, maybe just add, you're working on capital improvement planning, like a 5-year plan, identifying the projects that you think you need and then prioritizing them? Is that kind of part of what we're talking about?
One of the things that, like John had mentioned, was the door in the rear of the building. When they built the building, they did not put a big enough door in the front part of the building, on the entrance where the Zamboni and that is at. So we can't get any, like the logging Congress, anything with any kind of a size to come in, they can't get in the building. So we actually need about a 12 by 12 or 14 by 14 door to do it. Well, there is a driveway that comes around the back, so we're looking at, that's a possibility. So those are one of the other projects that we're going to look into for cost and feasibility and all that type of thing. So John, do you want to explain a little bit about the volunteer program that's going on to
Yeah,
save the center some money?
one of the things we're trying to do, just started it this year, and it's very experimental yet. Hopefully we can build on it, is we're running a volunteer program. We're currently right now on Monday nights, Tuesday nights, and Thursday nights, we have, basically the clubs are there. We're not paying for an employee to be there and to run the, just to stand around waiting to the Zamboni. We have decided that if we get by, we have John Grotberg there and one other guy who runs the Zamboni on these nights. So we're saving some money there, not having to have a paid employee at the building. It seems to be working. Is there some hitches in the giddy up every once in a while? Yeah, there is, but it's our first time trying this out, so we got to work on that a little bit more. But it seems to be working, and hopefully we can build on this for some more future use. I'm sure everyone in this room at some time would love to have this building be one where we can actually have another manager again at some point in time. But in order to do that, we got to take the small steps to build up to that and to save our money up to where we can have this building be a little more of a showpiece. I mean, it's a wonderful building. I don't know how many of you have been in other rinks in the UP or in the area, but our building is terrific. You go up to Ashland, they got a nice building, but their stands are basically wooden slats, and they have a college that plays there. You go to Ontonagon, you can see through the metal walls because there's holes throughout the rink.
It's colder in the rink.
It's colder in the rink than it is outside. But we have a wonderful facility. We just got to promote it, build it up. Take these volunteers, save some money where we can dink and dunk. We've got to start somewhere, and hopefully produce it. One of the other things I would like to see us do is, and this kind of goes more towards you commissioners. I know you're looking at hiring a community development coordinator or grant writer. Is you look at the way the world is going today, and one of the big things out there is green technology. And there's so many grants out there. We have a wonderful building where we have no trees going to the south of it. Is there any way we can get some sort of grants to help put solar panels up? Just to do the little dink and dunk things. Once again, get that meter spinning the opposite way. I think is something that can help us out. My daughter gets a USA Hockey magazine. They just had an article about a rink in Arizona. We're talking in the middle of the desert. Here's ice, but it's all green technology. And so there's got to be something we can maybe use our folks for to help develop that. And start small. Maybe it's getting sensors on lights, so when you walk into the bathroom, like at the Memorial Building, the lights come on, so you don't have to have them on 8 hours a day or 12 hours a day. Anything along that lines that you got to start small and then grow from there.
How many nights, or at what time, John, are you finding that you need to have regular city employees there, John? What situations do you?
Well, we offer it like on Wednesday nights where we have offer the open hockey night. Friday nights where we have open skate. Saturday night, Sunday night we have open skating. And then currently Saturday and Sunday during the day if there's games going on or anything like that. So it's just, for right now, it's just volunteers on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays.
I'm going to really commend the board for taking that on. I mean, that is a great concept. Hopefully you can work through it, as far as getting this volunteer group going on the polar bears, the ice crystals. I mean, it's a lot of effort to do that, I'm sure. So, but again, probably on behalf of the commission, I think that's something that I think is very much appreciated.